In the early 2000s, a chilling tale started to surface on internet forums like Reddit and Creepypasta. People described a strange, eerily thin man in Seattle who would walk the streets late at night, smiling, but not in a normal way. His grin was wide, unnatural, stretched across his pale face like it had been carved there. He didn't talk. He didn't blink. He didn't stop smiling. Most dismissed it as another urban legend, spooky story told to scare night owls and lonely pedestrians. But then, it happened. A young man named Mike was walking home alone from a movie around 2 a.m. The streets were empty. The city was quiet. Then he saw someone ahead walking strangely, almost like dancing. The figure wore a dark suit, arms limp at his sides, his neck slightly cocked, and he was smiling. Mike slowed down. Something felt wrong. The man suddenly stopped moving, staring straight at him from across the street, never blinking. Mike described feeling paralyzed with dread. The man then sprinted toward him without breaking the smile. Mike ran, barely making it to a gas station. The attendant saw the man grinning outside the window before slipping into the shadows. Multiple similar reports followed in the next few weeks, all in the same area, same time of night, same horrifying grin. Police released vague statements, calling the sightings pranks or misunderstandings. But many locals still believe the smiling man of Seattle wasn't just a legend. He was real, and he still walks the streets. It's one of the most enduring urban legends in America. A couple checks into a cheap motel for the night. They notice a foul odor in the room, thick, rotten, sickly sweet. They call the front desk. Housekeeping sprays the room. They try to ignore it, but the smell only gets worse. Eventually they lift the mattress and find a human body stuffed inside the box spring. For years, this tale was told as fiction and exaggerated horror story. But then, in 1999, in a budget lodge in Atlantic City, the story became terrifyingly real. A man checked into the motel, complaining of the horrible stench. Staff offered to move him to another room, but the next guest had the same complaint. Finally, housekeeping lifted the mattress, and there she was. A woman's decaying body, curled up beneath the bed, stuffed into the box frame, covered by the mattress the guests had been sleeping on. She had been there for 5 days. Autopsy revealed she had been murdered in the room, likely by a previous guest. Surveillance footage later showed a man leaving the motel alone. He was never identified. Worse still, this incident wasn't unique. It happened again in Pasadena in 2003, in Las Vegas in 2010, and Memphis in 2014. Each time, a body hidden in the very place meant for rest. The urban legend is no longer a story told for fun. It's a disturbing reality that's happened multiple times, and could happen again. There's a stretch of road just outside of Detroit, Michigan, known to locals as Knock Knock Road specifically. The desolate part of Strasburg Street near a wooded area. The legend. At midnight, if you stop your car near the woods and turn off the engine, someone knocks on your window. It starts soft tap, tap, tap. But the second you look, no one is there, and then the knocks begin again. Louder, closer. For years, people thought it was just a ghost, story kids daring each other to go out and test the myth. But in 2014, something happened that brought this legend terrifyingly close to reality. 2 teenagers, Sean and Malik, went to Knock Knock Road to record a prank video for YouTube. The idea: fake the ghost story, get views, easy. They parked the car at midnight, cameras on, engine off. And just like the story said, 3 knocks. At first, they laughed assuming it was a friend, but they checked the surroundings. No one. They kept recording. Then another knock on the rear windshield. This time, the sound was louder, more like a fist pounding the glass. Malik turned around and screamed. A man was standing right behind the car, wearing a torn jacket, eyes wide, bleeding from his mouth. And then, he was gone, vanished into thin air. The footage was uploaded, but later taken down by their terrified parents. A police report was filed, but no one was found. Locals say it wasn't just a ghost. It was him, the cursed man from the original legend. A man who died on that road years ago in a hit dash and dash run, and now, they say, he knocks to make sure someone pays for it. It sounds like something straight out of a horror movie. A woman is murdered by her husband. Days later, she appears in someone's dreams again and again, pleading for justice. But in 1897, in Greenbrier County, West Virginia, this really happened, and it's the only case in U.S. history where a ghost's testimony helped convict a murderer. Zona Heaster Shue was found dead in her home. Her husband, Erasmus Shue, claimed she had fallen and broken her neck. She was buried quickly. No autopsy. No investigation. Case closed. But Zona's mother knew something was wrong, and then the dreams began. For 4 nights, Zona's ghost appeared to her mother in vivid detail. She spoke calmly. She described her husband's abuse. She told her mother exactly how he killed her, strangled her in a fit of rage. Most would dismiss this, but Zona's mother went to the police and demanded her daughter's body be exhumed. They agreed, and what they found: her neck was broken, her windpipe crushed, fingerprints on her throat. Erasmus was arrested. During trial, the mother testified about the dreams. The jury laughed until the medical evidence matched her story. Erasmus Shue was convicted of murder and died in prison. Locals still say spirit walks near the old homestead, not with sorrow, but with peace. She's believed to be the only ghost to solve her own murder. An urban legend, maybe once, but now, it's part of legal history. We've all heard the childhood dare. Go into a dark bathroom, light a candle, stand in front of the mirror, and say her name 3 times. Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary. The legend says she appears behind you, sometimes screaming, sometimes bleeding, sometimes dragging you into the mirror forever. It's a game, right? Just a ghost story? But in Chicago, 2006, a group of teenagers at a slumber party decided to play it tough, laughing, half nervous, filming it on a cheap camcorder. The video never made it online. Why? Because one of them died. Her name was Lena, just 15 years old. The group said she entered the bathroom alone after they all chickened out. She wanted to prove it was fake. She lit a candle, shut the door. They waited. 3 minutes passed. Then a crash. They opened the door and found her unconscious, bleeding heavily from deep cuts across her face and arms. The mirror was shattered from the inside. No sign of a weapon. No logical explanation. Lena never regained consciousness. She died in the hospital 3 days later. Police called it a tragic accident. But here's where it gets darker. The video recording cut out right after she said Bloody Mary the 3rd time. The footage corrupted. The tape refused to play on any device. Thought to this day, no one knows how she was wounded. There were no fingerprints, no signs of struggle. The other girls, they never spoke publicly again. Maybe it was an accident. Maybe it was coincidence. Or maybe some legends should never be tested.